It is.
Buenos dias, Chris.
Hola, Kat.
How's it going?
Wait a minute. If we're going to speak Spanish, is it gato?
Yes. Hola, gato.
Hola, gato. Good morning.
So you're going to take me through the Elder Statesman,
The Z7.
the Z7 of the Jura machines. So this is kind of like, I guess, prior to the Giga introduction, this was kind of the show pony. This was the fanciest game in town.
It was.
Okay.
And I mean, it's no slouch.
No, it's not. It's not. It just doesn't have a sexy screen
It doesn't have a sexy screen.
like the J9 or the Giga, but it still has a lot of great functionality.
And you know, if you wanna get a little Z in your kitchen, you can take your iPad in. You still have a screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody.
Yes,
Nod with Chris.
Chris.
Yes, okay.
Okay. All right. So take it away. Can you give me a tour of the machine here?
Yes. Basics. So you know what? It'll do everything for you if you just meet a few of its simple demands, like putting beans into its hopper.
All right.
10 ounces.
Okay.
A little over a half pound. Oh, might as well while we're in here. Grinder setting.
Adjustment,
And
okay.
we've got that really set up at super coarse.
Oh, okay.
I think that we're using beans from one of our oilier roasters. Grinder bypass. We'll fix that off screen.
Okay.
Yeah. And that'll make up to 2 drinks at a time. So you can put 2 scoops of pre-ground coffee in there.
Okay.
And it's also very smart, alecky, like yours truly. And it's going to say, you didn't put in enough.
Never enough.
You know what I'm going to do? Nothing. I'm not going to make you a bad cup of coffee.
Okay. All right.
If you want bad coffee, you go somewhere.
And then we have water over
A
here.
little water, 96 ounces.
Oh.
Really?
Oh,
Left-handed.
left hand.
Can't do it.
We gotta get like some Bart, but like a little dude for you to.
It's all the mouse clicking I do with my right hand. It's so massively overdeveloped.
Mouse clicking.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's your water volume, and you can put a filter in there. Then you don't have to descale.
Never.
Which is nice. Okay.
Totally worth the investment.
All right, a bunch of buttons up here.
Yes. Organized. Organized for you, Kat. You've got all of your coffee buttons over here.
Okay.
Because your coffee comes out of the central console. And you've got all of your milk-based drinks over here.
Okay.
Because your milk comes out of this little doohickey.
And also coffee too?
Froth in the front, espresso in the back. So you
Got it.
do not have to move your cup. So milk-based drinks, straight up coffee and espresso. 4 inches, I believe, is your clearance here. 6 inches is your clearance here.
What's this little dude over here? Agua, water?
Agua
water?
caliente.
Okay.
Very hot water.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see. Dregs. Gotta talk dregs, right? There we go.
And so that's,
About
pull
20,
that stuff out.
Yep, 20 drinks.
Okay.
Impressive.
Drip tray.
Hold some drips. And, you know, your shiny little stainless steel. I'm going to angle it so that somebody can see. Oh, she's stepping out.
No.
Run.
Snoop just put a picture up of me on Facebook, so the secret's out.
I was trying to help.
Okay. And then, so can I go in? How do I get into programming? I assume I can program.
A couple of different ways.
Okay.
There's the main menu that you can get to by pushing and holding.
Okay.
So push and hold, and it's going to give you your main menu here. Products is what you want to be in to program these.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a coffee for you. I take that back. I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to say, in our country, we don't run on milliliters.
Oh, you're gonna.
We really don't. We're gonna go out and we're gonna program something else here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hardness, energy, off, rinse, rename. Want to rename anything? Settings.
Okay. There we
American
go.
Ounces. There we go. Okay. I feel better.
Like that. Okay.
Now.
Take a deep breath. Okay.
Something to
I
learn.
love the exit is like some dude running. Get out!
No.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll do a coffee for you. All right, so we can program your portion. I flew by all those. I'm sorry. So we can program your portion. You just select it by pushing down, and then you can ratchet it up to whatever dose you want. So however big your cup is. Let's say it's 6 ounces.
All right.
Right out of the box, it's going to say normal, but when you meet Seattle Coffee Gear, you're going to say extra strong. Yeah, did we drink the juice? Yeah, we did, and it was really strong.
And then just, okay, all three.
Three settings, yep. And might as well go high, just in case you're drinking coffee with me. I'm going to talk a little bit.
You take it higher.
I need to start off hot.
Okay.
All right, so there's how you program a coffee. That's the one way.
Okay.
The other way that I'll show you later is the on-the-fly method, which I really love.
And so basically, before we get to that stuff, rest of the menu here, we're changing out, like, this is how frequently it's going to inspire you
To
change your filter or descale.
So if you tell the machine that you're not going to use a filter,
Okay.
it's your choice. But the offset there is that you're going to have to invest a little bit more in the maintenance.
Okay.
So you're going to have to descale your machine, and you're gonna test your water and tell the machine, tell your machine how hard your water is.
Okay.
And because Jura's nice people,
Yeah.
they give you the test strip. So
Nice.
yes.
And then that will prompt you, either if you do the filter, this is how it'll say, hey, you need to change it now because your water is X hard. And then
Well-
also if you descale, this is the information it
Yes.
uses for both of those?
Yeah, the water filter itself is rated for about 60 liters of water.
Oh, okay,
So-
regardless of the hardness?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Off after. So if you want to walk away from this machine, you can. And it will turn itself off for you. Rinses and maintenance, two good things. Cappuccino clean. This is what's going to keep your cappuccino tube nice and clean for you. It's
Okay.
going to push some cleanser and hot water through your foaming unit.
Okay.
Which is good because you don't want to grow like cottage cheese and stuff like that. Oh, and
Blue
now
cheese
we're out.
lattes.
Look at that. Ooh. I think
Okay.
we're not onto something.
Okay, so now we're out in just the normal situation here. So how can I program it otherwise?
To program it otherwise, you're going to do the push and hold.
Okay.
And it will override volume only. So everything that you set in the main menu as far as intensity and temperature, that's going to stay. But it's going to override your volume on milk and coffee.
Okay.
Or just coffee if you're making coffee.
And Chris, when I'm setting the temperature in here, it's really only addressing the shot, right? I don't have control over the milk temperature in the settings area.
No, because that's really more of a mathematical formula.
Got it.
It's steam and milk.
And how long it hangs out is how hot it gets. Is there any way that I can control that or change how the milk froth happens?
Yeah, with this frother, you actually have a little bit of a range to select your latte milk or your cappuccino milk. And the further over to the right you turn that, the hotter it's going to be.
Oh, all right.
So you can cheat it a little bit. I find that for my palate, and most people will probably have a different experience, but for my palate, the 12-ounce mug is about as much of a portion I want to get into with the cappuccinos. Just a little more than that, and it gets too cool for me.
I see.
Because you've got more milk versus coffee. So
I see. So if you're going for like 16 ounces, you might want to check yourself.
you might want to,
Before you
do something else twice.
Wreck yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. So you got to remember, these bad boys are Swiss.
Yeah.
And they are made in Switzerland.
Okay.
A couple of the smaller ones we'll talk about later. They're made in Portugal.
Oh, all right.
Europe.
Okay.
But Europe is really based on a 5-ounce cup.
Yeah.
They're not like super jumbo 12-ounce
20-ounce stories.
So yeah, so you have to kind of remember that there are some limitations, and part of that limitation is also going to be that it grinds 16 grams of coffee.
Okay.
And it's not going to let you do a bigger portion than that 16 grams will actually make palatable. Like, nope, that's not a word.
So, will you show me and also demonstrate making a latte macchiato? Will you show me how to program it and then also make one for me?
Yes.
Por favor.
We'll do both at the same time. And
That
you want a
sounds
latte
fabulous.
macchiato?
Yes, please,
okay,
sir.
So we'll just put it right there. And then we're going to take our latte macchiato button. Okay, you've got milk, latte macchiato, cappuccino.
Okay.
Special.
All right.
Special. And special can be just about anything you want. But you're going to push and hold until it says enough.
Oh.
You can hear it grinding. Pretty quiet.
And so then as soon as it's done with the amount of milk you want, you just press that same button again?
Yep.
Okay.
And it will remember that portion. And what I like about this is that you can actually make a really professional looking drink for your cup at home. You're not stuck with whatever they decided to make at the factory.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to go out and find cups that fit your drink. How much milk do we really want on this thing?
I think that looks great.
You like that? Okay, this is yours. So we'll do it.
Okay. And now it's doing some kind of a waiting situation?
It's just going to give you a little bit of a resting period to let your milk layers separate out, so you'll have steamed on the bottom, foamed on top.
Is this also something you're programming right now?
It is. Well, no, that you program in on the main menu. So you have to go into the backside. Now, I've got this set really in more of a latte setting. If I was over a little bit more to the right, you'd actually get more foam. But you can see that, you know, not a lot of foam on top of that. It's really steamed milk.
Yeah.
And that's my bad. I set you up for a latte, not a macchiato.
Not a latte macchiato. I will let it slide this time.
I will make it up to you.
Just
somehow.
This once.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's not very much foam at all with that guy.
No, I wanna redo that for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna push that because I'm not invested in this drink. Luckily, we have an extra cup for just such an emergency. But that really, I mean, that's a latte, and it's gonna be milk and coffee.
Yeah.
Just not a lot of foam on it.
Okay.
Some people would like that.
So now you can basically do the same, since we programmed it, if you just change that little dial now, it's going to do that the right amount of foam and with the same quantities we just did, correct?
Yes, and here's why you have different buttons, because if we hit that same button, the latte macchiato, it's going to do a little bit different situation where you've got more foam in there to balance out that steamed milk.
Oh yeah, it's way more steamy.
Yeah, see how much thicker that stream is than the last one? And you can actually see bubbles on top. By the way, do you get a good idea of what's happening here with the light?
Little disco.
It's, you know what, it's a spotlight for your little latte macchiato.
I dig it.
But see how much fuller that glass is than that was, and we haven't even gotten to the coffee course yet? That's why you have different buttons.
I see. So because you programmed it that way, now that you've added more foam, it's going to have it's basically got more volume because it's incorporated more air into the situation.
Yes, and we could be in for a dramatic finish here.
Oh, I love that.
We'll just see. Now, and I will tell you, in my household, patient Chris doesn't really exist in the morning, so I would
Wait, he exists other times? Well, interesting development.
Unconscious for several hours during the day.
Oh, so
I'd say that's patience.
That's when you're very patient.
Yes. Try me then.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, this is a latte macchiato. This is the way.
Here we go. We got the layers. There we go.
Redemption. And the status bar is telling me we're going to be okay. All right.
Cool.
So now we can play, Kat, my favorite game, or at least one of my top 2 favorite games.
Okay.
Would you rather?
I'll take that one.
Okay, all right.
Thanks,
all right.
sir.
I'll take this one, right? We'll just save it for later. Yeah. We'll give it to one of the... Is it hot? Is it tasty?
It is. It's both.
Well, I worked pretty hard on that one.
I know you did.
Something I don't really seriously say with Jura very often because they're easy to use.
Cool. All right. The Z7.
The Z7.
Okay, so this is the guy. You get all the one-touch functionality that you get from the fancier guys. It doesn't have as sexy of a menu, but it does the job.
This was the top of the line for
a while,
a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, and then they got serious and said, we could do some other things.
Some fancy pictures in play.
Yeah, you know what? Z7 and Roger Federer will get you this far.
And then you got to take it from there.
You do. Sometimes you have to put the designers to work.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Chris.
All right. Thank you, Kat.